that's what you agreed to experience, is the ability to perceive those that are choosing vibrationally incompatible realities without it affecting the reality you're in. So your reality definition will, for a while, still contain the ability to neutrally observe things that are vibrationally not aligned with what you prefer. But that's all right, because it doesn't affect you.
Neutrally.
Yes, neutrally.
Rather
It's
than
just
reactive.
an observation.
Okay.
Look at that person operating out of a fear-based belief system. How
Yes.
fascinating, how interesting.
Okay.
What's
Good.
that got to do with you? Nothing.
Nothing.
Except that you, by living in the reality of the unconditional love vibration, have agreed to act as an example to them of how they might also choose to live in that vibration too.
Okay.
And that's why you are still observing them, so
Yes.
they can observe you.
Okay.
We do not let your cats out of their bags.
Okay. I guess I'll just have to practice patience.
No,
No?
no. Living in the moment means you are absolutely enjoying what is going on. And if you're absolutely living in the moment and enjoying exactly what's going on, who needs patience? And if
Oh,
you don't need
okay,
patience,
gotcha,
then
gotcha.
there's no impatience.
Yes.
Yes?
Okay. Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, very much.
All right. The paradox is, as soon as you live more in the now, any other version of now will happen much more quickly. It's only by refusing to live in the now that you make things take longer to happen. Because things can only happen in the now.
In the now.
The now is all
Yes.
there is. So if you're not using up the now that's here, there's no room for the next now.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
I've had voices in my head.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Nice to know you're never alone.
Yes. That's my question, though. Am I alone? And no, not. The voices that I hear, usually I hear them very audibly.
Yes.
And I'm kind of in a semi-conscious state when it happens. Sometimes I've been fully awake,
Yes.
but it kind of jars me out of that
All right.
when I try to respond, and I never get any dialogue. It's always been like one or two words. And
Doesn't necessarily need to come as dialogue. Watch your expectations about how these things get delivered. The way that works best for you is the way that's happening. It may change, but right now, based on what we just said with the other person, the way that it's happening now is the way that it needs to happen for some reason. Accept the way it's happening now, and it will start happening differently. Don't expect that it needs to happen differently, otherwise it never will. That's the paradox. Does that make sense?
yes, it does.
It come the way it's being delivered, because that's the most efficient way. Remember, even if it's coming from a guide, the guide's first duty is to be unobtrusive, to let you be your own best guide, to just hint, suggest, whisper, nudge. That's it. Not to sit there and go, now please do this. Now please do that. Now let's have a dialogue about what you're gonna do next. If the guide kept doing that, pretty soon you would say, would you please shut the heck up and let me live my life? Can you make the hints more subtle? And that's what they're already doing. Does that make sense?